Hello, this is Tom Knox, the founder and CEO of CareFamily.com, and I want to welcome you to this video series on life with Alzheimer's. And today we're going to talk about part one. There are a lot of signs of early Alzheimer's, but I'm going to focus on 5 specific ones right now. One is recent memory loss. The ability to remember what happened 5 minutes ago or yesterday versus 30 years ago, which may be crystal clear. The second is challenges in planning or solving problems. Things that should be common sense to figure out or to deal with all of a sudden become more and more difficult. Number 3, confusion with time and place. Where am I right now? Why was I going to this place? And what time is it? I feel like it's morning, but I'm thinking it's afternoon. Next is new problems with speaking or writing. You may notice people reaching for a word that would be very common, or writing something and trailing off into a different message. And the 5th would be misplacing things and losing the ability to retrace steps. And that means maybe I put something somewhere in a strange place, like the phone in the refrigerator, or car keys in a kitchen cabinet, and not being able to remember even putting it there. Boy, there are a lot of ramifications of living with memory loss, but I want to hit 3 really important ones. The first one is remembering important details. Things like remembering to take medications that are so important, forgetting appointments like doctor's appointments, or forgetting people's names like neighbors or friends you've known for a long time. The next is safety. Oftentimes people with early onset dementia do things like forget to turn off a coffee maker, or forget to turn off a stove, which can be left on, or even locking doors at night, leaving them in danger. And the last is depression or withdrawal. People often realize they're having these problems and they're embarrassed. So it makes them stay inside, not go to lunch with friends, and often can become shut-ins because of depression due to the problems they're facing. Here's some quick tips on how to deal with a loved one who has memory loss. First of all, go to see the physician. You want to know whether this is a normal part of aging or whether there's something more serious you got to check into. And the nice thing is that there are some really good medications out there that, if taken early enough, can improve the situation a bit or stop it from progressing at a really rapid rate. The second thing is to make cue cards. There's nothing wrong with putting an index card near the coffee maker or something near the stove or even near the bedstand to say, did you lock the door? Those cue cards can remind that senior to make sure they take care of those safety issues that are so important. And the last is reminders for medications. Forgetting medications is very serious. So there's good resources out there, like at CareFamily.com, we have free medication reminders, or other ways like a caregiver reminding them to be on a schedule to take their meds that can make med compliance work out. When you're speaking to a caregiver about dealing with someone with memory loss, there are a couple key focus areas that are important. Number 1, again, is taking those medications on time. So if a caregiver is there, have them monitor the pill box to make sure the medications are being taken, or to have a very specific schedule on what gets taken when to remind that senior. The second is hygiene. Unfortunately, when people get early on-stage Alzheimer's or dementia, they don't want to bathe. They often, when they're toileting, don't do a complete job of cleaning up. And that can lead to serious health issues like UTIs, urinary tract infections. And last is redirection and monitoring. When people have dementia, oftentimes they will wander out of the house, go into the neighborhood, and get lost. Or they can be up at night and getting themselves into issues by turning on stoves and burners. So the caregiver needs to pay complete attention and redirect that person back to where they need to be.